And national security reporter Ken Delaney joins us now. Ken, thanks for being with us on such a busy day. What do you know?
Nicole, back in July when Jared Kushner had a similar closed-door appearance before the Senate Intelligence Committee, he went out and gave what some lawmakers viewed as a self-serving statement in public denying any collusion with Russia. And they didn't want that to happen again with Michael Cohen, so they reached an agreement with Mr. Cohen and his attorneys that neither side would talk to the media. But before the hearing was due to happen today at 10 o'clock, Mr. Cohen released a statement where it made a blanket denial of collusion allegations of involvement with Russia. And that so annoyed the lawmakers from both sides, both parties in the Senate Intelligence Committee, that they canceled his appearance and suggested that they may subpoena him at a later date if they can't agree to another voluntary appearance.
Ken, what are they looking for from Mr. Cohen? What is his contact and his overlay with Donald Trump, with his potential business interests in Russia and the campaign?
Well, look, generally, Mr. Cohen has been Donald Trump's personal lawyer for more than a decade. He knows the ins and the outs of the Trump organization like few others. So there's a lot of specific questions they may have about how the business has run and any potential entanglements with Russia. Specifically, of course, Mr. Cohen was involved, as he acknowledges, with a proposed Trump Tower building in Moscow that didn't come to fruition but was happening during the presidential campaign and wasn't disclosed until just recently. Now, Michael Cohen, in that statement today, explicitly denies in very specific terms, collusion with Russia. And I just want to read one thing that he said. "I have never engaged with, been paid by, paid for, or conversed with any member of the Russian Federation or anyone else to hack Democratic Party computers. And I've never engaged with, been paid by, paid for, or conversed with any member of the Russian Federation or anyone else to create fake news stories to assist the Trump campaign or to damage the Clinton campaign." Now, that's very specific in one sense, but it also leaves out a lot of possibilities that the Senate wants to talk to him about, including potential business entanglements with Russia that some investigators will see as compromising, Nicole.
And Ken, since you and I have had these conversations together over so many months, just your thoughts about the two big developments. One, news from the New York Times that Paul Manafort was told that he will be indicted. And two, the news that two FISA warrants were issued to listen to Paul Manafort.
Yeah, and I should say, of course, that NBC News has not confirmed either of those developments. But the FISA warrant issue, if true, is, to me, huge because it raises the question of, depending on when this warrant was issued, the second one, what Donald Trump was told about it, if anything. Did the FBI keep that information from the Republican nominee for president, or did they brief him on it and he continued to talk to his friend and associate, Mr. Manafort? Either way, it raises fascinating questions, and we're sure to hear more about this, Nicole.
And we're sure that Bob Mueller will get to the bottom of it. My thanks to Ken Delaney and Paul Butler, Matt Miller, and Jeremy Bash. Thank you so much, all of you. Now to that breaking news.